Proving once again that when I have a plan, I can actually be quite productive. I had a few scheduled meetings and things in for today, but otherwise I've had quite a lot of time to just get things done, and that's exactly what I've done. I just turned off all of my notifications and just got to work on mainly session prep. The final stages is always the case that where there's a bit of frantic activity in the background to make sure that the sessions come together. I can have an idea, I know what I'm doing, but actually creating the session from it, thinking about all the different aspects and elements of it, does take a bit of time. And I very much used to underestimate how much time that would take, which used to result in a lot of stress. Now, at least I'm aware of how much time it takes, and I'm getting to put a little bit more of that time aside to make sure that I'm actually able to do it. That was a big chunk of the day, and one of the things that's helped with that, actually really focusing my attention and drawing it out. This is my momentum presentation. I'm just looking around. I've got a mind map somewhere of the session and the objectives and the so whats and the exercises and the stories and all of those things that I'm going to be sharing on Friday. But one of the things that's really helped is that we are producing a workbook to run alongside it. So I've actually had to create this, the notes to go with it, or rather the outline of where people will be writing their own notes to go with it, which I've just sent off today to the person who's putting all of that together. And what that's done is it's really not forced, but it's really focused my attention on actually getting that particular piece of work done. And I know there's a long way to go to finesse it, and I've got to produce the deck and to finish off all those elements. But I'm pretty pleased with what I've got. And I think what I'm really pleased about is that although there's no absolutely brand new, fresh content in the sense of there's no new ideas that I'm going to be sharing, it's definitely, well, there is to momentum, but it's the first time I will have done it in this particular way. So I will be... I'll be, I guess, doing something for the first time, but it's content that I'm very, very familiar with. I have fallen into the trap in the past with momentum, especially the first year, possibly the first 2 years, of overstretching myself and trying to be too cerebral and high level, and it kind of missed the mark a little bit, I think, and I've learned from those experiences and really try and make it as practical as possible. So I'm happy with that. Also had a reconvening of the group of the practical prospecting session that we did last year. This is one of Maria Franzoni's courses that I was on. And there's only 4 of us on that course, but we had, as a part of it, we had a kind of a catch-up and follow-up session, which was today, and it was really interesting and useful to listen to what the others have been doing and how they've been getting on with it. One of the big challenges or bits that I've fallen down on has been actually doing it, doing the work, doing what I need to do, systemizing it. So I haven't been scheduling it in, I haven't been systematic, I haven't been as consistent, that's the word I was scrabbling around for. I haven't been as consistent with it as I really wanted to be, and for various reasons, I've made some progress with it, but there's just a ton more that I could be doing, and it was really useful and quite inspiring actually to listen to the others as to what they've been doing. I don't think I'll be doing anything on that this week, but certainly from next week I will be lighting the fire underneath that one and getting going with that again, because there's huge potential with that. And I remember feeling very motivated when I came off that session last year. A couple of other things have come through that I'm not quite forgotten about, but things that I have been sort of there in the back of my mind, and then they've come through to me without me having to chase, which is good. And it's also, I've got a massive long list of contacts and follow-ups to make. So I do need to spend a little bit of time, probably tomorrow or the next day, making sure that I'm on top of those. This is the time to be doing it. And I know I've got momentum this week. I also prepped for a couple of other sessions this week, so I'm all squared away with that. The decks are ready. I'm in the game with that, but they're not new sessions. They're ones I've done before, and I'm very, very comfortable with those ones. But it's still takes a while for me to get my head back into who's the audience, what are the content have they had, what's the objective of the sessions, to really make sure that I'm focused on that. But there we go. I think that's about it for updates today. Quite a lot going on there, and another day very similar tomorrow as well. But for now, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and check back in again tomorrow for another daily update. Bye for now.